Hey, how's everybody doing? I'm Taylor,
And I'm Matt.
and today we're doing a little bit of a Valentine's Day episode. Matt has a couple of tips, as he is the love guru of the two of us, and he's also got a little quiz that I'm going to be taking later on, and it's going to be a lot of fun. We've got a little bit of a change, as you've noticed. Neither of us are wearing hats, and Matt is able to reveal his beautiful locks, so I'm sure we'll have a lot of comments about that. Valentine's Day is a time for lovers, but in our age, it's definitely become a time for singles to kind of get together. We're going to go ahead and help you guys out. We're going to read you some tips, Matt's tips, the love guru, on Valentine's Day. So go ahead, Matt. We'll start off with the first one.
Ladies and gentlemen, prepare yourselves because the juices are about to be flowing. The first tip for Valentine's Day, and this is an important one, don't get on social media. Don't do it. I know it's tempting. It's easy to get bored. You just want to hop on Instagram real quick, Facebook, whatever it may be, whatever tickles your fancy. But a lot of times, and this is something that I've noticed in my own life, and I'm sure other people have experienced as well, the more that you start getting onto social media on Valentine's Day, you see everyone else posting cute pictures with their couples, the fun things that they're doing. And if you're by yourself or you're alone or you're single, that can cultivate just a lot of ill feelings and discontentment. And that's just negative vibes. So first step to having a great Valentine's Day, avoid social media like the plague.
That's awesome. And I think there's no better way to avoid social media than just going out into the nature and maybe fulfilling some kind of loving fantasy that you have with trees or bushes. So I'm enamored. What is the second tip?
So the second tip is all about preparation. My coaches in high school used to tell me proper preparation prevents piss poor performance. That's the 5 P's to success. And so what a lot of singles do is they wait until Valentine's Day afternoon or evening before they try to start making plans. But you want to do is think a little bit in advance and start texting your homies or your girlfriends and saying, hey, you're single. What are you guys doing for Valentine's Day? Let's go catch a movie. Let's go get some drinks. Let's hang out. In our PJs, whatever it may be. So try to prepare and make plans beforehand. That way you already have something to look forward to.
Just to build on what Matt was saying, if you're not single, make sure that you have a plan for what you're doing with your loved one, and make sure that you have a gift ready, right? It doesn't have to be extravagant. I'm thinking $35 or less, unless this is going to be that special Valentine's Day where you maybe pop a question or two, and I don't mean who's getting the check. Don't put too much stress on it. Get her something or him something that you really know that they're going to like, something thoughtful. It doesn't have to be like a new BMW or like a crazy expensive watch. Get them something that they're going to remember and that's unique to you and them and the relationship. So that's just kind of my input. I'm not a love guru by any means like Matthew is, but I've swung the bat once or twice. So go ahead, Matt. Matt.
Have you hit any home runs, dude?
In terms of baseball analogies and how they relate to love, I'm going to go ahead and avoid that question. Go ahead and deliver that third tip for us. What a great Valentine's Day.
All right, so this is our third and final tip. And this one is probably most important because this is the biggest mistake that I've seen a lot of singles make. And to be completely honest, we're all guilty of it. It happens to the best of us. But don't get excessively drunk. Please don't do that. It's definitely a lot of fun to loosen up, have a bottle of wine with your friends or drink some beer with the boys or whatever it may be. But a lot of the times, from what I've seen, the people that are single and kind of just wallowing in their sorrows on Valentine's Day, when they go and get excessively drunk, that just kind of amplifies their emotions and they wind up crying themselves to sleep. And no one needs to be crying themselves to sleep on Valentine's Day, especially our viewers who always have a special place in our hearts.
Yeah, I think that's sage advice. So, Matt, I believe you had a a little quiz for us. You were going to read me some questions, and then I was going to answer them.
Just so you know, there are other individuals other than just me that have researched this topic of love, and we are about to access some of their content. We're bringing the content to you guys, making your lives easier, because that is what this podcast is all about. So I found
That's
this.
true.
I found this magazine. It actually got delivered to my door or my apartment. You see this beautiful view in the background. This is where I live. But this is a article by Dr. Sheetal Keeney, our clinical psychologist at the Lighthouse Arabia in Dubai, and they put together this little quiz to see how romantic they are, or in this case, Taylor, how romantic you are, because you're about to take this quiz. So prepare yourself, because we're about to be firing on all cylinders. So the first question. Your partner has announced they're going on holiday with friends. Do you A, excitedly ask about the trip, B, say sounds like fun, then carry on scrolling through Facebook, C, drop hints you haven't had a weekend away together in a long time, D, suggest where they could eat and what they could see, E, help with packing and lifts to the airport, and F, suggest you do something with your friends?
I think I would kind of provide that we haven't been able to go out in a while. Like, we haven't planned a trip in a while. I think that's what I would say.
Okay, excellent. So he's going with answer C, hot out of the gate. All right, so that was question number one. Not too difficult. Started off with something easy, a little softball action. Here's question two. Your partner wants to go to a concert, but you don't like the band. Do you A, happily tell them they're welcome to go, B, go begrudgingly, C, go as you fear they may take someone else, D, buy tickets for the two of you for a band you like for the same night? That's like a proactive approach, just nipping it in the bud. E, tell them you'd love to go, or F, suggest they take a friend instead.
Ooh, that's a good one. I think I'd suggest they take a friend. I would go with just go and try and enjoy it, which was what I would usually do. But I think if someone else, really enjoys that type of music, it'd be better that they go with them. And not everything has to be a romantic outing with your loved one.
Yeah, and you certainly don't need to justify yourself. And Taylor, I think you make a great point, because why we certainly love our romantic partners and we want to spend time with them and enjoy their company. Not everything has to be about them. We can still go do other fun things with friends, just like they can go do fun things with friends. Moving on to question three, it says, you receive a puppy for Valentines. Do you A, whoop and cuddle it, B, smile and say thank you, C, wonder why they needed to spring a dog on you, D, draw up walks, rota, and sign up for dog training for the three of you, E, say thank you for weeks, or F, show your enthusiasm, but if you're unable to keep the puppy, ask what you could both do about it.
Well, I live in a place where there's no pets allowed, so I would probably have to go with the last one.
Okay, moving on to question four. It says, if you were to leave your partner a note in your apartment, what would it say? Uh-oh, this is getting kind of spicy. A, I love you. B, hi. C, call me. D, remember to collect the dry cleaning. E, your favorite cake is in the fridge. Enjoy. Or F, hope you have a nice day.
I like the cake. Your cake is in the fridge.
That's code for something, by the way. Honey, that cake that you got for me last week was so good. Okay, moving on to question five. It's like 6:30 in the morning here in Dubai, so as you can tell, I'm a bit delirious, and that's why some of the comments that I'm making are just kind of coming out of left field. Question five, it says, your partner works with some very good-looking people. Do you, A, feel jealous but not threatened, B, act as if you didn't even notice them. C, ask lots of questions about them. D, meet them and make them your friends. E, don't say anything in case you sound distrustful. Or F, joke about the office's good looks.
I think I would just not say anything about it, and I think Hannah would agree with me there because we've ran into similar scenarios.
Would you care to
Yeah.
expand on those similar scenarios, or is that a topic for another time?
Well, I mean, we both have friends, and it's like, well, who, how to what extent are you hanging out with that friend? And conversation kind of goes on from there. But I'm always one to just kind of trust. I'm really trusting. So in my philosophy, not necessarily specifically with Hannah, but if there's something going on behind my back, it's better for me to continue to trust and to maintain my ability to trust.
Oh, yeah. And here, let me take a second to celebrate one of Taylor's many admirable qualities. Taylor is a person that is very secure in himself. And so his response to this previous question that I asked kind of further emphasizes that. If you're in a relationship and you're constantly worried about who your partner is speaking with or interacting with, whether it's at work or school, I think that kind of reveals maybe some underlying just kind of insecurities or problems that you may have, and that's not something to be ashamed about, because we all struggle with insecurity. That's something that Taylor and I talk about a lot, but be aware of that, and if something's bothering you, communication is important in relationships, so definitely take some time to talk to your partner about it, but at the same time you don't want to blow things out of proportion, so keep that in mind. And Taylor, give yourself a pat on the back. Moving on to the next question, 6. It says, your partner's boss suggests relocation to another country for a year. A, you can plan a life together in the new country. B, pretend to be happy, but dread him leaving. I guess in this case for Taylor, it's a her. C, urge your partner to stay where they are. D, find a new home and job there too. E, ask your partner what you should do. Or F, talk through what makes sense for you both at this point in your careers.
Heck, I'd throw caution to the wind and just move wherever they're going. I think that'd be fun. And that's why you don't want to be too attached to where you are geographically. You want to care for people wherever they are. As long as you're doing something that you're caring for people and improving their lives. And you can do that anywhere because people are everywhere.
Question 7. Your partner loves a pricey watch. Do you A, impulsively buy the watch and present it over a romantic dinner? B, keep looking at it but don't buy it? C, worry about whether they'll still love you if you don't buy it? D, buy it and make sure they wear it, always? E, splurge, then make sacrifices on what you spend on yourself for the next 6 months? Or F, save up and buy a similar one?
Ooh, I think it's D, because I would buy it and then be frugal the rest of the time. Next question.
Question 8. The 8th and final question. All or nothing. I guess this isn't a competition, so that doesn't make sense. But it's still important, the final question. It's your partner's birthday. Huge topic right here. Partner's birthday, what do? A, create a scavenger hunt with clues leading to a massive surprise party. B, book the day off from work so you're there if they want you to be around. C, buy a pricey gift but leave the price tag on. D, plan activities, restaurants, and outings. E, ask your partner what they want to do so you get it absolutely right. Or F, book the restaurant you both love and give a special gift you made.
I like the first one of planning a little scavenger hunt and then a surprise party because I like to think of myself as someone who is willing to do that.
Yes, and men, just so you know, women love to be surprised. And so things like scavenger hunts, surprise parties, surprise gifts, surprise notes, anything with the word surprise in it.
You could surprise them with a new language you've learned.
Ooh,
You can
French.
swim them in another language. Yeah.
It's the piece de resistance. But I'm going to go ahead and add up these scores real quick.
We'll just edit this part out.
All right, dude. The scores are in. I've tallied them up. And after much debate
Okay.
among the judges, aka me, myself, and I, and with the help of Dr. Keeney, this, Taylor, describes you in a nutshell when it comes to love and romance. It says if you scored mostly F's, which Taylor did, congratulations. You know yourself and your partner well. You have a lovely, honest romance. Dude, that's pretty awesome. It doesn't get much better than that. An honest and lovely romance.
That's great. I really appreciate the quiz there, and I think that it was no surprise that I am very well situated in my own romantic sense.
I'm pulling up my Spotify because, believe it or not, I actually have a playlist for you guys for Valentine's Day. It's called The Midnight Mix, and be careful because it'll have you feeling some type of way. I'm a huge Mariah Carey fan. Mariah Carey, if you're watching this, I'm blowing kisses your way because you are absolutely gorgeous, my friend, and a very lovely lady. But We Belong Together by Mariah Carey has so much emotion, so many good vibes. You throw it on the way home from dinner. Guys, let your lady cuddle up next to you. Girls, cuddle up next to your big brawny man. And just enjoy one another's company. Enjoy your special moment.
Right. Well, that's about it from Matt and I can't agree more on that Mariah Carey song. The other thing I would suggest is go home and watch the Office episodes that are Valentine's Day oriented. Thank you so much for watching. This has been the Valentine's Day episode of the Try Dubai project, and we just had a lot of fun. We heard from Matt and his 3 tips as a love guru for how to have a successful Valentine's Day as a single, and I gave some insight too as someone who's in a relationship. So thanks for watching.